Okay, I'm out here at the field on a cold and frosty morning at the end of October. I was actually going to do this yesterday, but it was such a nice day yesterday. It warmed up and there was no wind and whatever. So many people came out, it got too crowded and noisy really to do a YouTube video. I got a new helicopter here. This is the XK 120 Shuttle, they call this one. It's a little manual, such as it is. Now, I ordered this one from Banggood, and I had read on RC groups and whatever that there might be some problem using the older XK transmitters with the newer helicopters. I've had this is the XK 100 Falcon. I've had that for quite some time. I've got the XK 110 as well, which they call Blast. I think finally with the K130 they stopped giving them silly names. But anyway, this one for some reason is called the Shuttle. Sorry, it's a bit hard to get out because it's sort of, they hook the skids onto, it is hard to get out. They hook the skids onto the cardboard there. The canopy's not attached there. Now because I'd heard that using the older X6 transmitters with the newer helicopters could be a problem, I ordered this ready to fly from Banggood. I bought it from Banggood and I ordered it ready to fly. So I expected to get the whole big box with everything, but for some reason, although I ordered it, well, the listing I ordered it from was for a ready-to-fly version with 4 batteries. What they shipped me was just this small box. I got a bind-and-fly version with 4 batteries. They did include the 4 batteries. They put a box with 3 extra batteries in addition to the 1 basic one. And even the battery charger was there, tucked in underneath the helicopter, and but obviously no transmitter. So I've been going backwards and forth with Banggood customer support on that. I said, why don't they just send me the transmitter, since that's what I paid for? But they don't want to do that for some reason, so apparently I think they're going to give me a refund for the value of the transmitter, and then I have to go from there. So, since for the moment the only transmitter I have is the one that came here with the Falcon, I was going to try, famous last words, if I can get it out here. It's not the easiest thing to get out because that box doesn't hinge or anything. I was going to try and use this. Famous last words. So this is the X6 transmitter. Now, even with the 130, the transmitter that comes is still labeled X6, so it's all a bit confusing. It doesn't look any different at all, but some people have said that apparently with information they got from XK or whatever, that the newest X6 transmitters that come with the K130, somehow they've upgraded something in them, and you should only use the upgraded ones, at least for the 130. I'm not sure about this 120. Anyway, since this is all I've got, I'm going to try and use this. And these are the binding instructions. Turn on the transmitter firstly, making sure that the throttle switch to the lowest position and 3D idle switch off position. Take the helicopter off, the helicopter canopy off, turn on the helicopter. Red light flashes slowly, press coding button for 1 second till red light off to enter binding status, binding successfully till red and blue light is always on. And then it says something about making sure there's no other Futaba radios around, but there's no other radios around at the moment. So, well, we're going to need a battery, of course, for the helicopter. These batteries are almost identical in form factor to the ones for the Align 150. You've got to be a bit careful with them, I found, though, when charging them. These plastic pieces are not very firmly attached, and if you get hold of the back and pull, you just pull the whole thing right out of the plastic case. So I'm a bit worried about that, how easy it's going to be to get them in and out of the helicopter. I charged a couple of batteries. I charged one with the battery, the little USB battery charger that came in with this, and I charged one with my own, you know, regular charger that charges through the balance plug. This is just the same as it's just a 2-cell balance plug, the plug they've got on them. So anyway, let's turn the transmitter on, and then we'll put the battery into the bottom of the helicopter. Famous last words. And try and persuade it. Try and persuade the plug it's cold as well, which doesn't help me or the helicopter. I can't get the blithering thing plug to go into the hole, as the bishop said to the actress. I don't know. I can't see the plug seems to be sitting up too high to go into the socket. It's not one thing. Yeah, I mean, that plug seems to sort of sit up and not want to go into the socket. Yeah, well, that wasn't easy. Okay, so now it says to press the coding button, and the only button I can see is that one, so I'm assuming that's the coding button. Aha, yes, and we got a red and a blue light now. So I think that worked. Famous last words, but we've got a red and a blue light now after I pressed that button. So now I've got to try and put the canopy back on, which I'm always very ham-fisted about. I struggle to get these blithering canopies on. You don't have to take it out, well, you shouldn't have to take it out every time you take the battery on, although, mind you, given the way these strange batteries are, maybe you'd be better off to, but... Okay. Everything's, well, it's starting to, I was going to say everything's still covered with frost, which it sort of is, although it's starting to melt now that the sun is coming up. I'm not really going to do a lot with this guy today. I just wanted to give him a try. He's got a, you know, a bigger, similar, they keep, they went, the K100 was the Falcon, which I found flew very well for me. But it was all brushed motors. Then they went to the K100, which has a brushed main motor a little bigger. Now they got the K120 and the K130, and they each get bigger. Still a brushed tail motor. Now when this came, this tail motor was a bit bent, and you can sort of see that, so I don't know. I should maybe have just taken it off and discarded it and put a new one on, because that's not a very good tail motor. They crammed so many extra things into the box that got sort of bent against the back of the box. And this fin wasn't. This fin had sort of slid up as well off. I don't know. Well, it's cold today as well, which can't help me or the helicopter. But let's see what we can do for a little maiden fly to this XK120. So we're in normal mode. This transmitter, of course, is not going to speak to me. I've only got that piece of tape over there because I found that blue light rather excessively bright. And I didn't want it to, you know, blind me and whatever, to annoy me. So that's the only reason that piece of tape is there. So that's your throttle cut, that's your idle up switch. I don't think the other two switches really do anything particularly. I think I'm just going to zero the trims here. Okay, all the trims are now zeroed. Throttle cut off. First spin up. Whoa, not good. Did not get that guy up properly. Whoa, he seems to want to tip over to the right, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He definitely just seems to want to tip over to the right, which is not good. Swash plate looks moderately level. Whoa, whoa, yes. No, it does not want to behave, really, I don't think. It seems exceedingly squirrely and won't settle down. Yeah, maybe I should wait for the new transmitter. Oh, okay. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, you know what, I bet what I bet has happened now is I bet the main gear's come loose, because it doesn't seem to want to go up. I have that problem persistently. Oh, this has actually got a screw in the main gear though, so it shouldn't. But it didn't seem to want to go up. It could be the cold. It just kept going down. It didn't seem to have the power to go up. This actually has a screw in the main gear, I noticed, to maintain the main gear into the shaft, which I always thought was a lacking factor in the K100 and 110, the main gears, and the WL Toys 977 and whatever 930. The main gears are just pushed on those, and they tend to slide down. Now he's trying to go the other way. I don't know. He does not seem very stable. And he doesn't seem very stable, and he doesn't seem to have a lot of positive pitch. Well, that's better. Well, but then he's going down again. He just goes up and then he goes down again. I don't know. That's not me. I'm not reducing the throttle. He just goes up and then he goes down again. Well, now he's going up again, up a lot. Well, and then down again. Maybe he really does not like this cold. Oh. Well, I'll maybe try the other battery. Maybe I'll try the other battery, see if he likes that any better, since I've got two batteries with me. But, oh, well, we're getting him up in the air, but then he just seems to go up and then randomly come back down. I put the other battery in that I brought with me. I mean, there are 4 altogether, but I only charged and brought with me 2 of them. I don't know whether this is going to make any difference. Now he's wandering off. No, whoa! See, he just keeps bouncing up and down without me giving any command to bounce him up and down. Yep, see, this is silly. Whoa. Well, I let him go down there because he was wandering off where I didn't want him to go. But he just seems to keep bouncing up and down without any command input. So this is not very helpful. I don't know. Maybe we should wait for a better day and maybe for a newer transmitter. Last try. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what I'll count that as a try, really, since I didn't get him off the pad, really. Whoa, more grass cutting than anything else here. He seems to need an awful lot of throttle to even get up, and then he sort of keeps bouncing up and down for no good reason. I don't know. No. Now that time I actually gave him quite a lot of throttle, but he just went down. I don't think we're getting anywhere, really. Well, oh, it's catching the little thing on the helipad there. You get him up and you think you got him up, but then he doesn't stay up. That's the problem. I don't know whether it's the cold or what, but he's sort of staying up this time, but he wasn't staying up before. I was giving him constant throttle and he was just bouncing up and down. Now he seems to be hovering sort of okay. I don't know, he maybe needed to warm up. It looks as if we bent his tail fin a little bit. I don't know, very strange. Now for some reason he does sort of seem to be kind of hovering okay, but I don't think I'm going to do any. Oh, and now he's going backwards. That's just wind, I think. Let's drop him. Let's put him down. I think that's about as much as we're going to do with him. The wind's starting to get up now anyway. And the last thing I want to do when I've got a helicopter like this that's not behaving in the first place is try and contend with wind. Well, I don't know whether I should be flying him with this transmitter or not. Obviously that tail fin has migrated off again. And well, that was how it was when it was like when I got it. The helicopter, the tail fin was sort of like that, halfway down the fin and sideways. It doesn't really clip. It kind of slightly clips into the back there, but not much. Going to be a pain in the butt to replace as well, because it looks as if the only way you can replace it is to take the whole tail off. You'd have to take the tail motor off completely, or take the whole boom off to replace that tail fin, which is not great design, really. I mean, and it doesn't seem to want to stay in place. There are little tiny bumps on there, and it's supposed to sort of clip into those, but it doesn't really stay clipped into them very much. It keeps wandering. And it's already a bit bent, and that tail rotor's already a bit bent. But the problem we were having there was not with the tail holding, interestingly enough. The tail was holding fine, basically. The tail was holding fine. What was happening was the motor seemed to be randomly going up and down. Anyway, what can I say? Maybe I should wait for a new transmitter and see if he works better with a new transmitter. Although he did seem to be sort of getting to the point for some reason. Maybe just because he warmed up or what, I don't know. He did seem to be getting to the point of actually hovering more or less sensibly eventually at the end there. But he was certainly exhibiting some pretty strange behavior before that. Anyhow, we shall see where we get with this in the future. Certainly so far not as successful as trying to fly the shuttle and the blast, the 100 and the 110. I actually have had more success with the 100 than the 110. Most people find the 110 better, but my 100 seems to have performed better for me than my 110, really. There you go, the XK, and I also have the K124, which is the 4-bladed scale version, which I also fly with the same transmitter, and it flies fine with this transmitter. But I'm not sure about this guy. XK K120.